not convert to what we want.
Mm.
And what men have always wanted in women: fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. Submission is respectful cooperation, and childless. That's what matters to men across the board. And the higher up you go, the more restrictive it becomes. Now, what you typically don't hear is women who have those things and their education being single.
Wow, that's true.
They don't tend to find, I mean, because there's a subset of women who I've defined as nice modern women. And these women often call themselves traditional. But you're not traditional. Let me explain why. Traditional women, men are not an option; they're a requirement because family is paramount. If you're a traditional woman, you were raised to value family above self. So the likelihood of you reaching age 27 and being unmarried is unlikely for true traditional women. There's not a matter of I'll do it afterwards. This is why you find so many women who are from different cultures who start to prioritize relationship. They all go to college. They go to college, but in our community, black women have been told to take your 20s for yourself, where they think 26 is young for marriage, when actually 27 is old for marriage.
Mm.
What I'm going to be talking about going forward is what's going on in China and the impact of their attempt to socially engineer a population is devastating them. But in China, women over 27 are called shengyi, leftover women.
Right.
Leftover women who may be young for a human, but old for marriage, and old for several reasons. One, the biology. It amazes me how many times I hear women who are who are late 20s, early 30s, all wanting to have 2 or 3 kids. It's like, okay, well then, who's going to raise these children? Because you ask her, do you want to work to pay significant bills? Oh no, I don't know, not a problem. But when I ask, what percentage of overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime? Inevitably, it's less than 20%. Then you want to have a middle class and upper middle class lifestyle. That's when the numbers and everything start to come out. It's like you want a man who's earning the kind of money to where your money, if you stop working, would not impact the man. And you want to be able to do this at a later age. And my thing is this: the men you want something from a woman, and a younger woman who because I only deal with educated women, but I don't deal with women whose education is paramount to them to where they're on partner track, such and so forth, because I don't have to.
Mm.
I don't have to. And there are plenty of women who follow me who will who come on and say, I was going down that path. But then when I found the guy that I knew that I should be with, I would decide to go down his path. And that's why she's married to a cardiac surgeon right now. And she was at Harvard with him. So in the black community, in order for professional black women to get what they say they want, they're going to have to start prioritizing what the men say we want. There's no
Absolutely.
negotiation.
Let me
Go
jump
ahead.
in right quick, because what I heard a lot when talking to Suzette today and the other days, and I think other women echo this too, is that they say, well, a huge part of the reason that we women are like this is because how we were raised, what our parents taught us, and how we were
Mhm.
brought up. Is there a cure for that, or
Yeah,
what do you think
Not the
that
cure, TLA. Oh my, excuse me.
well,
there's a
a
cure.
lot of women are in a situation
Is
that they
there a
don't want to
fix
be
for it?
in.
Is there a fix for it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's called accountability. It's
Mm.
like a lot of black men weren't raised with a father, and we weren't raised to be the men. We weren't raised to be the men we are. We had to fix it.
Facts.
We, see,
Yes.
see, the stuff that we talk about over here, Shahrazad Ali and her ilk have been talking about that for the longest. Now the problem is that when it gets right down to it, we can have these intellectual discussions back and forth, but I have spoken to thousands of women, and I have yet to have a woman honestly think that the things that we talk about really are going to impact her. I had a conversation just Tuesday. I'm going to be uploading it. That you ask the average middle class, the middle income weren't earning mother of two, blah, blah. Are you going to have enough to live on and retire on? And they cannot conceptualize a life that it doesn't work for them because they saw their grandmothers and aunties and everybody be okay. But what they don't realize is if you're late 30s or 40s, you saw a generation that had, a stronger nuclear family, an extended family, all these other kind of things. And the notion that, it's just going to work, they all think it's going to work.
Right.
Or else, why are they moving? Why are there women who seem to have all this reluctance moving in such a lackadaisical way?
Yeah. Do you hear from a lot of women? We had a woman up today, she was a Jamaican woman. And, I was the issue had come up about whether she would actually approach men. And she said, no, I would never approach a man. And then she said, well, the right man just has to come, right? The whole manifestation, he just has to come, right? Do you encounter that a lot? A lot of women feel that way?
Every single night, to the point to where it is damn near a pathology. I mean, I understand it's from women who are childless with children. They all feel like they are going to win. And even when you sit down and I've talked to women who are high level, masters, law degrees, it's like, well, yeah, but it's this whole manifesting, speak it into existence. But then you ask them, what in your dating life has shown you that this is going to work? What is the probability? And most women give themselves at least a 50-50 shot. Most give themselves a 70% shot at this happening. This is why you see so many women who are just not taking mating as a competitive thing it is. I'm just going to rely on the universe, my friend group, the church, or the sorority or whatever. This is why black matchmakers are leaving, because black women think getting a man of value should be free. Matter of fact, he should find them.
Right. That's what they would say. That's what that lady said. Oh, he'll find me. He's gonna come. He has to come. He's coming.
And he's gonna come, and he's gonna go right by you. Because when he sits down with you, he's gonna find a woman who has not prioritized understanding men, understanding what men want. He's going to find a woman who's going to sit down in front of him and at best interview him. And it's like, well, and this man is sitting around thinking, well, I don't need your money. I'm doing just fine on my own. Life is going. What can you be in my life? And most women lead with what they do. And what they do is for their paycheck. You have spent no time studying or preparing for what you're supposed to be for me. So when I asked the whole question, but you got a cookbook?
I don't need a cookbook.
What?
I
don't need a cookbook. I don't need this. Okay, well, you want these children. Who's going to cook for them? And it's like, well, family planning. Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? It'll work out. God. All right. Well, I'll say this. Especially to my college-educated professional women, men are looking to see that you put the equal amount of effort or more into getting a man as you did getting that career and that degree. And if you're not doing it, sorry that you didn't learn it. Sorry that your mama didn't teach it. Sorry that you were lied to. But the world is a cold, harsh place. It's not your fault. It is your responsibility. You're behind, and you need to run harder.
Mr. Simmons, may I ask? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Absolutely.
Mr. Simmons, may I ask? It sounds like.
You call me Kevin.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. With respect to that shift that you're talking about in mindset, to me, it has to be almost across the board, like a massive cultural shift with how women in the Black community are seeing themselves versus what you're telling us that men are seeing as valuable. I know what you're doing in terms of your platform is a part of that cultural shift, but what else? I mean, for those who are not in the manosphere, I'm new to the manosphere. For those who are not kind of open their ears, or are just like you're saying, they're following other prescriptions that are clearly not working. How does that cultural shift start to happen, or what can we do so that men and women are not speaking like literally two different languages as far as what they're seeking out in partnership, or what their expectations of how partnership will come about or marriage will come about?
Okay. So what I think I heard you say was, in order for this to work, it has to be a seismic shift in the culture.
Yes.
Nope. 10% will do. Nope. Tipping point. Nope. See, here's what I would do. I would do it with a woman like with a woman like you. You're in Florida, right?
I am.
I'd say take you and all your friends that you think are on your level. All right, and I take 1 or 2 men and maybe 8 of you guys, and I put those 2 men who are marriage minded, looking for wives at that time, and I throw a pencil in. I throw a pencil, a stick, and a knife, and I say fight. Who do you think? What you gonna do? Your best friend, your bestie, your sorority sister, your girl, your junior league. What you gonna do?
Well, you said a pencil, a stick, and a knife. Which one am I gonna go?
And a knife. There's 8 of y'all. Pencil, stick, and a knife.
And we can only so only the men that, oh my goodness. Hunger Games. Oof. I hear you, sir. I hear you.
But the thing is, what you gonna do?
Stab another woman is what you're saying? Or I mean, not literally, but like fight her down to get that man?
What you gonna do?
Not a stick, I don't think. I don't know. I don't know. I think
your point
is well taken.
And what happens, lead, is just like on Bear Grylls Island season 2. Women want to lead by committee, and they don't want to be rude to each other. They want to be nice, and they'll sit there. And I have these 2 men who are ready to go, and every minute of the lead attorney's life is from his billable hours. You wasted 15 minutes of this high value man's time, not wanting to offend your friend. You're wasting all this time, and then eventually, what I'll do is, what I'll do is I'll put a wall where you are, and then I'll push a button. The wall will drop for where you are, and then here come in the white women. And in the same pencil, the stick, and the knife will be where the white women, and say, here are the 2 men, 8 white women. Guarantee you, you would see Hunger Games.
They would fight, yeah, absolutely.
Right. And that's my thing. Black women, you have been made to not even be in line with your nature. You're supposed to be ready to compete for what it is you want. See, if I said there's a partner position, or if I had said that there is some status, or that you and all your sorority sisters and girls wanted, you guys would fight for that because you deem it more valuable. That's what that example shows us. Our women don't even feel that we're valuable enough to offend one another for, much less fight.
Yeah.
So how do you have a cultural?
I was just gonna say, you might see